And those early years of my life sparked a lifelong interest in media and technology, how they change the way that we create, consume, play, and communicate. And in 2016, I discovered a research paper called Face to Face by Professor Matthias Niesner and his team. They built a system that using neural networks could produce really photorealistic video. And when I saw this for the first time, I felt like I'd seen magic. And I was convinced that in 10 years, you're gonna be able to create a Hollywood film from your bedroom without needing anything else than just your imagination. That's in 3 years, and I think that's actually going to hold up. I couldn't get this idea out of my mind, and eventually I ended up founding Synthesia, an AI video company, along with Matthias and Lourdes and Stefan, my co-founders. And this really was a way to kind of marry my interest in media and technology and sci-fi. We started the company with the vision of making everyone in the world into a Hollywood director. And while that's definitely still a very exciting vision, as the years kind of went on, we realized that as exciting as AI-generated Hollywood films is, it's only the tip of the iceberg. The really exciting potential about these technologies is that they're gonna enable every single piece of content, from text messages to novels to boring corporate training materials, to be brought alive in video and audio. But before we talk more about video, let's talk about text. Text is the original way of compression for human communication. We encode our thoughts and knowledge into symbols that can convey meaning across time and space. That hasn't always been the case. Thousands of years ago, text didn't exist, and the only way we had to share information was orally. In 1500 before Christ, the first alphabet was invented, and it essentially took these very complex writing systems and simplified them into just a few characters, laying the groundwork for the modern society that we know today. In 1440, Gutenberg invented the printing press, and for the first time in history, we could mass produce written content. It would take until the mid-20th century before reading became something for the masses and people slowly became literate. If we fast forward to today, text is ubiquitous, and it's impossible to live a life without being able to read and write. But as great as text is, it's an imperfect technology. It's very efficient and it's very scalable. But it's a very lossy method of compressing information. It lacks all the nuance and additional information that we get when we speak to someone in real life. Your tone of voice, your body language, where you are, all those things matter for that message, right? Text can be interpreted a million different ways depending on the receiver. Is this good news or bad news? It's very hard to tell, right? But we invented emojis to make it a little bit better. But even emojis are not perfect. People are still debating if this smiley is happy, is it pissed, is it planning to kill you? The debate goes on. And if you think about visual communication, this is an image. It took all of you a few seconds to look at this image and understand it, right? It's a very intuitive way of consuming information. What if I'd shared this with you instead? A text description of the image. It would have taken you 30 seconds to read it, a high cognitive load to take those pieces of those symbols and turn them into an image in your mind, right? And even if I gave you 30 pages of description, you would always imagine a different image than what you're seeing behind me right now. And once we add a time dimension, as in video, this problem massively compounds. So it's not that strange that since the invention of text, we've been innovating towards richer